Hi guys, I'm Gasha. Welcome to the channel and welcome as always to your coffee times to discuss books and horror. And today I'm here to bring you the new releases for the month of December.
It's coffee time.
When I was making the list for the December book releases, I realized that unfortunately there is not much coming out in the month of December that is horror and that I had on my list. So probably there's many books out there that I just didn't have on my radar, so you can help me guys giving me more options in the comments. But I only was able to find like 13 titles that are coming out in December that I'm interested in. One of them is not even horror. We'll get to that. But anyways, I still wanted to do the list and upload it for you guys so that you know what's still coming. At least in December we might get the chance to save a little bit and maybe also check out some of the other books that we have been wanting that already came out in 2023. Maybe it's because they know that December is a month where a lot of people are looking for other type of reads and not specifically horror, but there are a couple of like horror themed Christmas releases, but those came out I think in November, so I guess they also released them with time for people to pick them up for December. So in December we're just left with scraps. So let's talk about that. The first one is The Daughters of Block Island by Krista Carmen, and this is a gothic horror mystery. Now this one in the Netherlands is officially coming out on the 1st of December, but I have seen in Goodreads that this apparently came out at the end of November, maybe in other countries, I'm not sure. But since I did not mention this one in my November upcoming books video, I decided I should still mention it here for you guys. So what I love about this is that we follow here two strange sisters that basically were separated when they were babies, and now they are reunited in kind of trying to solve a mystery on a weird house on an island. And I'm like, this sounds like exactly my type of mystery. They both arrive to Block Island in search for their mother, so I'm guessing that's how they figure out that they are sisters. And they end up in this mansion, in this isolated island, and they start uncovering the secrets and mysteries of their past. So I'm guessing this is going to be a kind of twist on the classic tale of like your typical gothic novel, but it sounds really interesting and it's really fitting for winter if you ask me. Like this type of like haunted mansion ghost stories are perfect for the winter season. And yes, I do have a cold, I'm aware of that, but the show must go on, so I am basically ignoring that I'm sick and I've been continuing my work. I even went to acting class last night. The show must go on, life doesn't stop, so I'm just ignoring the fact that I have a cold. That's how I decided to deal with it, just by ignoring that it's there.
Is that what's happening?
100%.
And what gave you the confidence?
Delusion.
The Plastic Priest by Nicole Cushing, and this is a quite interesting title and cover if you ask me. This is a weird, quiet novella about a mad woman in a mad town. So you kind of know what to expect here. I'm expecting it's gonna be really awkward and weird, but at the same time really dark and disturbing. If you read the synopsis on Goodreads, it's quite mysterious and it doesn't really tell you much. So I'm gonna read that out loud for you. It says, when the soul has been thoroughly poisoned, the body must abandon it. Everything feels unreal afterwards, but plastic heads shed no tears. I'm like, that's the way you're pitching this book? Well, it's a novella. And if that's the way that they're pitching us this novella, I'm intrigued. It sounds like, you know, Samantha Kolesnik, Eric LaRocca, this kind of like weird, messed up stuff. So I think I need to get this one. The Foley by Gemma Amor, and this is another gothic horror story. I feel like they kind of know what's great for Christmas season. Gothic stories and ghosts, and that's what they're delivering. This is obviously a gothic mystery thriller, and we have again a family. Most of the gothic thrillers, they involve a family, mysteries and secrets. So here we have two brothers, Morgan and Owen. So Owen was accused of killing his mother. He's been 6 years in prison and he still maintains his innocence, and now he has just been released from prison. So Owen decides to move to a new place after being in prison, and this new place is called the Foley. And it's one of those mansions, places where you know the offer to get in there is too good to be true. And as he starts his life in there, he receives the visit of a stranger that starts to act like his deceased mother. It kind of like, it it seems like it's the same person, but it cannot be because his mom is dead. Like, this stranger like talks like the mother, dresses like the mother, so what's going on here? And I really like family mysteries if they're done right, so I'm really excited to figure out what's going on with this family. Lumberjack by Anthony Engebretson, and this is a novella based on Nebraska 1901. There's a curse on Arbor Lodge, and the curse is basically a demon that is trying to reclaim back his property. And our main character here is Neville. He is a lumberjack and he has always been very proud of protecting people, taking care of town, and so he is determined to find this creature, this demon, whatever it is, and kill it. Next we have a splatterpunk novel, and I am scared to try to pronounce this, but let's give it a go. It's Transcendental Mutilation by Ryan Harding. I mean, the title already has the word mutilation in it, so you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. So we're following a trio of young people that are stranded in an island, and apparently here there are different stories. Like, one of them gets infected with a really weird virus. There is also a necrophiliac, so again, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. And there's another storyline about a woman that wakes up captive in the basement of someone together with other people. So yeah, good luck to you. I'm guessing this is gonna be really extreme, so only proceed with caution. I think I said this was a novel, but it's actually a compilation of short horror stories. I think my brain is not working today because of my cold, but it is a compilation of short horror stories, and I guess if you want to try really disturbing stuff and you are not willing to commit to a full-length novel, maybe you can try a short story from here. But I think these are going to be really extreme, so only go there if you're ready. The next one I'm really excited about because it's horror historical fiction, and I always am super interested to see also where the true story comes from. And it is called Where the Dead Wait by Ali Wilkes. William Day is an Arctic explorer, but his last mission didn't really end up really well. The majority of the crew died, and the ones who survived, they did so by consuming the flesh of the dead. So these obviously remind me of this movie Alive, where the plane crashes and people had to survive by eating the people that were dead. So yeah, I'm really intrigued about this one, honestly, because it's one of those cases where how far would you go to survive, you know? So 13 years later, somebody goes missing in the same area, and William Day thinks, this is my time to redeem myself. I can go there and I can rescue this person and kind of redeem my reputation as well a little bit. So obviously in this book you need to expect some art of cannibalism, even if it's kind of for survival. But, you know, be aware that it's probably gonna be a little bit gross when it gets to those parts. Moving on to the only thing that it's not horror related in this list, which is Hardstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman. I've been really excited about this release. I have pre-ordered it, but I'm a little bit scared because officially it comes out on the 7th of December. Amazon says it's coming out on the 19th of December. And after I pre-ordered my copy on Amazon, now it says the title is no longer available. So I don't know if they just covered all the pre-orders that they could deliver on time and they decided to cut, or what's going on. I was going to order it from Waterstones, but the thing is the shipping is the same price that I'm gonna pay for the book, so I'm gonna be paying double. So yeah, let's see if this one comes on time at all, because Amazon and I, with pre-orders, we're not good friends, so we will have to see. Next we have Heavy Oceans by Tyler Jones. This is a story of deep sea terror and cosmic horror. Now, cosmic horror is something that doesn't tend to work for me, but I know a lot of people out there like it or would love to explore it, so there is this new one coming out for you guys. So Jamie is a new father and he's struggling a lot with a lot of things that he regrets in his life. So he decides to change things. He decides to go to Hawaii, where he is going to visit and meet with his estranged brother. He's going to try to make peace with him. But then something happens when the brothers are together in Hawaii, something that I think it's kind of like a crime, and then they find themselves together in danger, which is something that might either bring them together trying to survive or that might tear them apart forever. Never Dead by Joe Scipione. So there is a wave of new grave robberies in the 1920s, and all of those robberies remained unsolved until there is a journalist that has a new potential threat. But unfortunately, he's also getting a little bit too close to the source, so his life might also be in danger. I've always found this concept of grave robbing quite interesting and macabre. I haven't read many books with that topic on it. Actually, one of the ones that I read that I really enjoyed, it was a middle grade. When I was like, wow, for a middle grade, it's kind of a dark topic. But it is quite an interesting thing that actually did happen. Next, we have poetry horror, which I know we don't get enough of, and I know a lot of people are always excited when we get something new. So this one is called What Haunts Me the Most by Chimène Georgette Coury. So this is obviously a compilation of poems, but in the synopsis it does say that being the eldest daughter sometimes feels like being the final girl, feels like everybody else has to die in order for you to survive. I thought that was a really interesting concept, so I'm really excited to see how this one is. I don't read much horror poetry at all, and I think I should give this one a try, because the thing with the, you know, being the eldest sister and being a final girl in that comparison, like, that's such a cool idea. Epiphany by J.B. Gars. Estella is pregnant and she finds out that her wife Eva has hung herself in a tree and killed herself. But Estella knows that Eva would never commit suicide. She just knows. And so here comes the question, what led her to do that, or did she even do it herself? She decides to start an investigation by checking Eva's phone records, emails, and trying to figure out what was going on maybe in Eva's life that she didn't know of. And all of these while Stella is still pregnant and dealing with the loss of her wife. So I'm thinking this is gonna be one of those that combines a little bit of horror mystery with grief. Sins of the Father by Gareth J. Rees. Deals with demons are not easily broken. Arthur is celebrating his birthday with his friends, and he apparently made a deal some time ago, and that is why he's been able to get centuries old. But apparently someone that took part on that deal, that ancient deal that he did, resurfaces, and now he finds himself fighting for his own life. So I'm not sure if it's a demon that's coming back to cash in, or what happened there, but I'm really intrigued about this one. I don't think I also read a lot of books where people make deals with the devil, especially as someone that loves supernatural and crossroad demons. I just love every time they call one of those. I don't know why, because I know that they're gonna make a mistake. I know they shouldn't do it, but I'm always excited when a demon comes up and we make a deal with it. And let's wrap this up with another short horror story compilation, and this one is one that comes out every single year, and it's called The Best Horror of the Year. It's volume 15, and it's of course edited by Ellen Daplow, whom we know edits a lot of horror compilations. And these were the 13 books that I had for you guys that are coming out in December 2023. Let me know down below which other books you are excited about that also come out in December. I'm pretty sure there are many thrillers that are coming out in December, but the majority of books that I research about are horror, not specifically thrillers, because there's so many thrillers coming out every single month that it's so hard to find the ones that are actually the really good ones. So if you know of any good ones that are coming out in December, let me know in the comments down below. I hope that you still enjoyed the list, even though it was a little bit short this month. Thank you as always so much for all your support, and I hope to see you all in our next coffee time. Bye! Hi guys, I'm Kasia. Welcome to the channel, and welcome as always to our coffee times to discuss books and coffee. Oh, excuse. You can tell I'm sick when I make no sense every time I open my mouth. This program will continue when my cat stops pooping and stops making noise in the litter box. Thank you.